nerderotic.com.
The freefolk are a race of people who live beyond the wall. They are more commonly referred to as wildlings everywhere south of the wall. There are tens, possibly hundreds of thousands of freefolk split into hundreds of cultures, tribes, clans, villages, and raiding parties. Some reasonably cultured, others savage and hostile. The wall which separates the freefolk from the rest of Westeros in many ways defines them. The freefolk refer to themselves as such to differentiate themselves from kneelers, the people south of the wall, subject to lords and kings. The freefolk view kneelers as lacking freedom, whereas the people of the Seven Kingdoms to the south view wildlings as lawless and primitive killers and thieves. Welcome back to Nerderotic. My name is Gary Biekler and I come to you from nerderotic.com, and this is a positive Game of Thrones video. I am filled with nothing but gratitude for something that has brought me joy for so many years, and I just wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you. A heartfelt thank you to the Free Folk subreddit.
What?
If it wasn't for the Free Folk subreddit, I wouldn't have seen episodes early. I wouldn't have been enjoying memes for years. I wouldn't have been laughing my ass off after every episode of the horrid season 8. And I think all of us need to rise up and not kneel for the Free Folk Reddit for giving us all so much joy in this very hard time during Game of Thrones season 8. Free Folk, we do not kneel. A Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire sub for non-kneelers. Free Folk neither encourages nor discourages piracy. We only take action to enforce Reddit's site-wide rules. We believe people are mature enough to decide for themselves what content to view. Not a spoiler-safe zone, never will be. And what defines the Free Folk? The very first meme I come across. I'm going to watch the final episode now. I'll call you later. But you could skip it too. It's probably going to be the worst yet, and there are still characters to ruin. Oh, I have to watch. Sandor. For the memes? For the memes. What do we have here? This is unforgivable. You burnt a child. Without me. Nothing wrong with the classics, especially one as applicable as this. Would be nicer than the real episodes. R.I.P. Grumpy Cat. Valar Meow Gallus. Now, don't think for a second HBO hasn't noticed the algorithmic wave that has rushed across YouTube in the last 3 weeks. Posting passive-aggressive tweets. How many of you wrote a character analysis on Stanley Yalnitz? Are you tweeting this because your biggest show is currently full of holes? Well played, Lauren. Well played. As I've said before, you do not define your legacy. Life will do that for you. So I'm sure Dave Benioff wishes he had never said Daenerys kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet when Rhaegal got killed, because that is the meme that will stick with him forever. And you have to really feel sorry for the actors in this. Now, I know they were part of the decision to hurry this season because they wanted to go off and do other things. But when they get older, they're going to think about all that fun they had on the Game of Thrones set and how famous they were, because a lot of them will never be this famous again. But you have to also think about the characters that we have been following that have been shown such a disservice, like Davos Seaworthy. Lost half his fingers, lost his son, lost his best friend, lost his surrogate daughter, deserted by his pirate friend, hasn't seen his wife in years, never felt the need to slaughter innocent civilians. Remember when the White Walkers did this for nothing? I do. After finding this, I realized how great of a swimmer Euron is. Indeed. And let's not forget that Season 7 was foreshadowing the crap show that Season 8 was gonna be. Remember that great council at the Dragon Pit when they showed the White Walker to Cersei? Can they swim, apart from the one who dived down to attach the chains to Viserion? No. This one's been popping up a lot. Looks like the writing went downhill because D&D spent all their time braiding Dany's hair. Remember when the wise masters of Yunkai offered Dany gold and ships to invade Westeros, but she refused because she wanted to liberate the slaves? No, I think I kind of forgot. This is Tywin Lannister shortly before he dies in his own poop, which was subtle foreshadowing of what the show would end like. And what I've been hearing a lot from the fans, aside from complaints, is actual solutions, ones that would have made more sense even with this crap plot that we have now. Now, this would have made some huge plot twist, subverting expectations for sure, and it would have made a lot more sense than a Bellsberg. And this is the one thing I truly love about fandom that the normies will never understand. Fire! Wait, what does he mean by fire? Gunpowder hasn't been invented. Why would fire be related to shooting a weapon? The award for the most mysterious yet most useless location goes to the lands of always winter. Gods, I was strong then, and fun. Remember when people thought Ed Sheeran making a cameo was the biggest issue with Game of Thrones? Those were the days. Now, with one episode to go, it can still be debatable which character has been destroyed the most this season, but right now, it's gotta be Jon Snow. Going from Season 3, what happens to your eagle after I kill you? Does he drift away like a kite with his strings cut? To Season 8, Jon, you're my queen. For the seven's sake, man, you were the king in the north. But now look at ya. Big man with a Valyrian steel sword, what are you now? Absolutely nothing, since my sister stole my entire character arc. Now, Jon Snow's character arc has been quite the head-scratcher this season. He's been nothing but a glorified extra. They built him up to be one of the anointed ones, the king in the north. R plus L equals J. This was the question that Dan and Dave had to answer to George R. R. Martin to get the series. It was that important. And now that seems to matter as much as Rey's parents did in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. And now he's a glorified extra? I wonder what's behind that decision. Now, I do know the spoilers, and I can certainly see what happens to him happen in the books with 2 books worth of material to lead up to it, but to stick with it in the show, there must be something behind that. I wonder what it is, knowing the answer. What's clearly happening here, besides just rushing the story, is amping up a story that was already subverting tropes and expectations, and just doing it for shock value, and in doing that, completely destroying characters you had taken so much time to beautifully develop. When you realize your death served absolutely no purpose despite becoming a primordial icy boy. Again, this is a character that's not in the books, and why bother bringing him in at all? It was just for spectacle. Then of course there's the Lannisters. All hail his grace, King Jaime of House Lannister, first of his name, King of the Rubble, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, Slayer of the Other Kings, the Uncrushed, he of the Golden Hand, Breaker of Spines, Father of Lion Cubs. Not to be outdone by his sister Cersei, emerging from the rubble with 3 hatched baby elephants. To all of my subscribers, new and old, thank you for joining, and I want you to keep this a secret. This is just between you and I. Here is a leaked photo from the alternate ending of episode 6. And honestly, it's just too painful to talk about what they've done to my favorite character, one of the best characters in the history of television, played by the great Peter Dinklage, Tyrion Lannister. And then, of course, there's the petition, which even I kind of shunned when it first started out, but it's become a movement. It's become very important, and it is one of the best petitions I've ever seen on change.org because of the point it makes. Of course, we don't think they're going to remake Season 8, but the amount of signatures it's gotten in a short time is stunning, and it looks like it got the attention of some kneeler blue check marks on Twitter. Jonah Ray Rodriguez, almost 500,000 dorks who don't make stuff on their own believe entertainment should be done to their specific specifications. Fucking kneeler. This entertainment professional thinks 500,000 freefolk shouldn't have an opinion, but we do not kneel. And let's check that petition now. I started this recording about noon on Friday, and we're going to refresh it right now. It was at 844,287,000 signed. We are refreshing it live on the air. We're shooting for 1 million. We are at 895,896, 97, 98. So it looks like we will reach 1 million by Saturday. Well done. And when this series began, I said almost the very same thing this meme said. Almost a decade ago, I told my friends Game of Thrones is so much better than Lord of the Rings. Now, I said it could be better. I don't know why I said that. And I will be along with, at the very least, half the audience who is just watching this because I've gone this far. But it seems Tommen had the right idea. And once again, a big shout out to the Free Folk. Thanks for many seasons of enjoyment. Thanks for the memes. And thanks for letting me steal a bunch of your memes and posts and make videos out of. But you know what they say about the wildlings. They take what we can and keep what we can defend. Now, mockery is a good thing. We're actually having a lot of fun right now. I know this debate between Game of Thrones has been getting kind of serious, and some people, well, a lot of people, have been complaining that I've been complaining too much. Well, you certainly don't have to listen, and you need to keep in mind we're doing this out of fun. This is no different than people debating over the sports ball. So if you don't like it, well, go somewhere nice. Go watch John Campea, or go to the Song of Ice and Fire Reddit and go, ship Tyrion and Sansa, and that's fine. But right here, we do not kneel, and we will continue not kneeling. I will be live 15 minutes after the episode airs for the finale this Sunday on this main channel, and I will also be live before the show on Nerdrotic Live, my other channel, at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Please join me there. We will be talking Game of Thrones all day long. One more video before the finale. Everybody have a great day. Please go to nerdrotic.com for my live stream schedule, and I think I gotta change my outro for this one. May the free folk sing songs of your greatness.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.